Good day, I'm Andrea Chisholm and this is your JIS News for Thursday, June 12. Government sent another strong signal this week of its commitment to tackling gun violence. Cabinet made a major move by giving its approval for Jamaica to ratify the United Nations Arms Trade Treaty. Signed last June at the United Nations in New York, the treaty establishes common international standards governing the transfer of conventional weapons, including small arms and light weapons.
It must be noted that ratification of the Arms Trade Treaty would assist Jamaica in addressing the challenges related to the inflow of small arms into the country. The intention of the Arms Trade Treaty is to regulate international trade in conventional weapons so as to prevent their diversion from the legal market to the illicit trade.
The Information Minister says Cabinet has also approved new legislation to facilitate the establishment of a single designated competent national authority to monitor and keep comprehensive records for small arms in Jamaica. The executive also gave its approval for amendments to the Firearms Act and the Gunpowder and Explosives Act, as well as any other existing legislation to include the relevant provisions necessary for the implementation of the treaty. In the meantime, National Security Minister Peter Bunting will be updating the Jamaican diaspora in the United Kingdom on crime-fighting measures and social intervention programs. Approval was given by Cabinet for the minister to participate in the 4th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora UK National Conference in June and for bilateral meetings in London with government ministers and officials in Birmingham. Government is pushing to pass insolvency legislation in a few months. Finance Minister Dr. Peter Phillips says the Bankruptcy Bill, which is now before a joint select committee of Parliament, will help to boost the development of micro, small and medium-sized enterprises MSMEs.
And will go a far way, I think, to helping reassure small enterprises, micro enterprises, that their need not fear becoming formalized, so to speak, because if you fall upon hard times, it is not the end of the road.
Dr. Phillips was speaking at the 5th Caribbean Microfinance Forum in Montego Bay last week. Government is exploring measures to cut massive telephone bills in the public sector. Technology State Minister Julian Robinson says government will be introducing a system to minimize telecommunication costs through the GOVT infrastructure build-out.
We determined that in 2012, government spent approximately $8 million on government-to-government calls, and for data an additional $4 million. Just somebody in government calling somebody in government. So we're looking at, for example, a GOVT system which will eliminate the need for all of these, particularly the cellular calls.
Mr. Robinson was making his contribution to the sectoral debate on Wednesday. GovNet seeks to broaden the interconnectivity among all government entities on a shared data platform to become more efficient, productive, transparent and accountable. Government is taking steps to protect Jamaica's most iconic musical creation and ensure that the country and its practitioners reap the greatest returns. The Ministries of Culture, Entertainment and Industry have made a joint submission to have reggae inscribed on the UNESCO representative list of the intangible cultural heritage of humanity.
For too long we hear that the music sell off, yet in spite of its selling off, we barely seen the profits. Cabinet has affirmed the need to protect Jamaican musical art form and the country's cultural heritage.
While making his sectoral presentation, the State Minister for Entertainment said government had also applied for trademark protection of reggae and other authentically Jamaican musical art forms. A national policy will be developed for the protection of reggae, mento, ska, rocksteady, and other distinct forms of Jamaican music. Through an Artist Ambassador program, international fans of Jamaican music practitioners will meanwhile be targeted to stimulate their interest in Jamaica as a tourist destination. And finally, the Entertainment State Minister said there were plans to utilize the Palisados area as Jamaica's first entertainment zone. He pointed out that the area was already zoned for entertainment, heritage and conservation by the National Environment and Planning Agency. The Tourism and Entertainment Ministry, along with NEPA and the Urban Development Corporation, are now discussing a pilot project to maximize on that designation. In the meantime, work is already underway to facilitate the hosting of entertainment events in designated areas downtown.
We are going to be using downtown Kingston, retrofitting the car parks so that they can become now venues, because this is a strong commercial area, not disturbing many places. and we are currently doing noise and sound testing to see which ones are viable as 24-hour zones, disturbing no one.
And that's it for GIS News today. I'm Andrea Chisholm. Thank you for watching.